Thursday night football week 10. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Keg, here from Daily Edge Sports, and I got 3 picks for you to consider for your PrizePicks action for tonight. We got the Bengals and the Ravens. If you don't have that PrizePicks account, use that promo code CashKeg. Play $5, get $50 instantly. It is that easy. Let's dive in. Let's talk some plays. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here. We're going to talk about 3 plays for tonight's action. And I thought we had a full sweep yesterday on both videos. PrizePicks easily got over Wells. Sabonis got his PRA. And then just what I was worried about is my own stinking fault for trusting Steve Kerr giving Jackson Davis minutes. Only gave him 16 minutes, put up 11 PRA. We needed over 13. Again, if he would have saw 20, I think he would have got there pretty easily. But again, that's my fault for trusting Kerr. Not going to do that going forward. I know better. I don't know why I even did that. And then over on the DraftKings Pick 6 video, Paul George cleared his rebounds easily. Towns, same thing, his rebounds easily. And then easily on the under for Victor. So, 5-1. We'll take that. We'll just keep it rolling here. Hopefully it helped you make a little coin yesterday, and we'll just keep this rolling. So 3 picks for you here. We'll start on the Baltimore side where, if you pull this up, King Henry has just been absolutely a beast all stinking year. And I don't think it's going to stop here. I think it's going to continue. I think there's a couple different ways you can go here. I think you could look at yards. Rush attempts, I'm a little worried about there just because they can be kind of all over the place, right? There's a couple games where he's only cleared this in 4 games this year out of the 9 he's played, so only 44%. Because there's games where, like last week, he had 23, and then there's games where he has 15, 11. So I wouldn't touch that one personally. I think you're better off looking at probably fantasy score because he's almost guaranteed to get in a box. It seems like every stinking week he get in the box, which he has. He's got at least 1 touchdown in every game this week, all 9 of them. So if you're looking for an easy play, of course it's the Goblin here, where that's probably the easiest play on the board with how things are going. And they're at home. It's a division game. It can get a little funky, but he seems to get in the end zone anytime they're down there. But I think you could look at fantasy score here, yards. I'm looking at fantasy score here at 16. It feels a little bit too low with him. Again, if you want to take the safer bet, it's definitely the Goblin. But if you want like fantasy score, he's cleared this in 7 of the 9 games he has played. And, just barely missing it there in Cleveland. And then, Baltimore, where they went into overtime. In Cincinnati went to overtime. He did clear at 16.6 there. But this team is rolling. If he gets in the end zone, it seems like he always breaks one long. And then he missed their week 1 going up against the Chiefs where they lost 27-20. But he didn't get a lot of carries that game and yards wise. Like he saw 13 carries, only saw 46 yards. But against Cincinnati, he saw 15 carries, put up 92 yards. But if they pull this game, if they get ahead here, they have no problem leaning on Derrick Henry for sure. So we'll go 16 fantasy score with him. But again, if you want a little bit of a safer play, it's by far the Goblin. And as you can see, it's very popular. Over on the Cincinnati side, the big news here, T. Higgins is doubtful today. So we're going to have some other guys going to need to continue to step up. But this is about the biggest pass funnel you are going to get in the NFL this year. The Baltimore's ranked 32nd in pass yards allowed, over 280 a game. I'm going to go Joe Burrow. I'm going to go more than 270.5 pass yards. He hasn't really done well passing yards wise through the year. But the game against Baltimore, he put up 392 passing yards. And again, it's a massive pass funnel here, and I don't think that's going to stop. We're going to see more of that. I think to get the ball to some of the, to Chase Brown and those guys as well, get him out in space a little bit. Because again, this is a pure pass funnel. Should be playing from behind here on the road. I'll take a chance at Joe Burrow at 270.5 pass yards for him. And then I think there's a couple ways you can go here on Cincinnati's side. If you want to look at, with Higgins out, you could go to Chase, you could go to Brown a little bit, but I also think you could go over here to Gesicki, man. If you haven't seen Gesicki's gritty, go pull that up on YouTube. It's real funny to watch him do the gritty. Uh, it's entertainment value. But I think there's a couple ways you can go here with him. With T. Higgins out this year, he is doubtful. He's cleared this yardage line in 3 of those 4 games. So I don't mind looking at that for him. The last 3 games he has played without T. Higgins, 91, 73, and 100 in fantasy score. If we look at fantasy score, what he's done without Higgins, we'll pull that up real quick. And he has hit that number in same 3 of the 4 games, 16, 13.3, and 27. I'm kind of leaning yards here, but again, I think fantasy score is very much in play as well. I don't really want the targets at 6.5. I was looking at that a little bit, and just the targets are just not where I want them to be, where I feel suited. Because I think that number is probably fair, to be honest with you. That's probably where it should be. And I don't think I want to take a chance at that one. Generally, I like taking the targets. We did it with Otten last week, and it panned out very well with us. But last 3 games, target-wise, without Higgins, 9, 8, and 6. So I think that's about fair where it should be. About 7 or 8 is where it should be. So I don't think there's a ton of value there. But I'm probably leaning yards here or fantasy score, depending on where you're at. He's definitely built this chemistry up with Burrow. So I think that's going to continue to roll here. And again, going up against this Baltimore defense, we kind of know that, they are very much pass funnel, and against tight end position, they're giving up 67.5 yards to that. They're 30th in the NFL. So bottom 3 in the NFL giving up receiving yards to tight end. So Gesicki should have another good day here and just kind of build on that rapport that he does have with Joe Burrow. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. It should be interesting here. If you've not noticed, Baltimore, they got a ton of weapons, and I think they can do a little bit of everything here against Cincinnati. But if they do get up, I still think they're going to lean on Henry here. And Tucker, I don't mind looking at his 1.5 field goals. Primetime games, sometimes they lean on that a little bit, got 2. So if you're looking at like a 4th pick, I don't mind taking Tucker. Any of these like primetime island games, these kickers tend to do really well. And I don't mind taking a shot at him at the 1.5 field goals. If you're looking for another play, or if you just don't like the Derrick Henry play, that would be probably my second favorite on the Baltimore side. Kick a few field goals. So with that, appreciate you guys. We're getting super close to 50,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, man. It's wild. It's kind of awesome to think about, man, where we started this thing a couple years ago, just kind of grinding out content for you guys, and wouldn't happen without you guys, and I appreciate it. We're just going to keep going. We hit 50,000. Trying to think of a fun giveaway to do to kind of celebrate that. So if there's something you guys are thinking I should do for that 50,000 YouTube subscriber giveaway, let me know in the comments. I'm all ears for it. Definitely want to do a giveaway to you guys to show appreciation for sitting there and listening to me yak and ramble each and every day. So with that, have a fantastic Thursday, and we'll just keep trucking along. Deuces.